Shalom. This is our segment entitled Still Small Voice. And you are welcome to stay with me for 2 or 3 minutes. That's all. And I hope to give you a little inspiration. You know, one of the biggest problems in life today is that people are bored. They're bored out of their minds. And oh, to have a little inspiration. And so many are driven to the web or to porn or to the food stores, or just to veg out in front of the TV because they're bored and they're watching what everybody else has done or is doing with their lives, but really they aren't doing much themselves. Well, stay with me because this is for you. Now, I wish you could see me here in my garden on the hills of Jerusalem. We have our cameraman, Ilya Marcus, who is a one-man band. Actually, we decided that everybody in this work, in this team of Israel Vision, is a one-man band. But here's Ilya. Come and talk to me, Ilya. I want to introduce you to our viewers. He is a sweetheart. He's been our son's friend since the early days when they were little boys. And tell us what you've got set up here, man.
Well, basically we have the bounce and 2 cameras set up, so I'm operating everything alone. So we have the bounce working with a basically a sound stick, children's chair, and a piece of wood holding it together, so we can save on 1 man on staff, which is great. So I do sound and cameras and reflector together, so you can get this program looking good.
And then you go to our studio and you edit it.
Yep.
And Ilya is an amazing young man, and he's finished his Army service, very severe training, and he's very creative. I'm just bragging a little bit because I consider him one of our kids, and he's going to film school this fall.
I am.
And we're so proud of you. So let's get back to what I was going to say. I'm bringing us back to beginnings. And in this little portion, we're going to read something out of the 4th chapter of the book of Genesis, and I'm reading from the Hebrew English scriptures. Now, I love to go back to the original language. God is saying to Cain, by the way, Cain has just killed his brother. Whoa. And here's what God says. Why are you distressed? And why is your face fallen? Surely, if you do right, there is uplift. Isn't that the truth? When we do the right thing, we say the right thing, we think the right thing, we're obedient to that little quiet voice on the inside that is always true to us. It will never tell us to rob or lie or steal or hit, but it will tell us something creative to do. God's saying, listen, son, if you'd done the right thing, you wouldn't be feeling all these negative things right now. He says, but if you do not do right, listen to me, friends, very unpopular word is next. Sin crouches at the door. What is sin, friends? What is sin? What is it to sin? Well, it's real simple. It simply means, think of an archer with his bow and arrow aiming for a target. It simply means missing the target. That's all it means. And it can be to any degree. So that's called sin in the Bible. It's missing the mark. And God says to him, sin crouches at the door. If you're feeling really negative and ugly, consider, because maybe sin crouches at the door. Maybe it's your sin or somebody else's. Perhaps someone has really done you dirt and you feel terrible about it. Anyway, consider. Now listen. He says to Cain, its urge is toward you. What? Missing the mark has an urge? Sin has an urge? An urge, we think of sexual urge. We think of the urge to overeat. We think of the urge to overindulge in buying material things, the biggest TV, the biggest car, the fanciest dress, the most popular, right? Urge. What are your urges? Trace them back to their beginnings, to their roots. Oh, this is a bit challenging. I better change the subject real quick. Well, this is what the Bible says, friends. Yet, God says to Cain, you, Cain, can be its master. What? Yes. You don't have to be played with. You're not a puppet. You're not on a string. You can choose life. You can choose to make life-giving decisions. Today you can choose. Today you can choose to start a new life. Today you can choose to starve out the evil urge or the urge to sin or to miss the mark. But I'm challenging you now. You got to go to the still small voice and you got to do business. You got to say, I did wrong. And you've got to make it right with the highest authority first. Well, that's enough for now. You'll be thinking I'm getting to meddling. So I'm saying, Shalom from Jerusalem. Meet me at my website, stillsmallvoice.tv. Bye for now.